U.S. National Guard troops stationed in Washington, D.C. have now gone viral after they were spotted playing an anti-Trump arcade game installed right on the National Mall. The bizarre scene unfolded near some of America's most iconic landmarks, including the Washington Monument and the U.S. Capitol, where members of the Joint Task Force D.C. were seen taking a break beside the controversial machines. And yes, they actually started playing them. The game is called Epic Furious Straight to Hell, a dark political parody inspired by the ongoing Iran conflict and President Donald Trump's military actions in the Middle East. The machines were installed by anonymous activist art collective Secret Handshake, the same group behind that massive gold throne toilet sculpture that previously appeared on the mall mocking Trump. The arcade cabinets themselves are covered in explosions, fake war graphics, Truth Social posts, and cartoon versions of Trump administration officials. Even Vice President J.D. Vance appears in the game with a wildly exaggerated, oversized face. Footage and photos circulating online show ordinary Americans crowding around the machines, laughing, recording videos, and testing the game themselves. But the internet especially exploded after images surfaced of National Guard troops appearing to enjoy the anti-Trump installation while still stationed on federal duty nearby. The game reportedly begins with an animated version of Trump sitting inside the Oval Office declaring, quote, "A whole civilization will die tonight," before launching players into a chaotic war-themed virtual world. And, according to Wired, the game is intentionally impossible to win. That's the entire point. The installation comes as tensions surrounding the Iran conflict continue to dominate headlines worldwide. President Trump first announced the military operation back on February 28th, and although a fragile ceasefire was later negotiated, fears of another escalation remain extremely high. Global oil and gas prices have surged, shipping routes through the Strait of Hormuz remain under pressure, and thousands have reportedly died across Iran, Lebanon, and the wider Middle East conflict zone. Now, protesters and activist artists are using satire and gaming culture to criticize the war effort, and Epic Furious Straight to Hell has suddenly become one of the most talked about political protest installations in Washington. The game includes exaggerated versions of major public figures, including First Lady Melania Trump, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Pope Leo XIV, and even New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. Secret Handshake described the project as, quote, "an ultra-patriotic Middle East war game mixed with commentary on the destructive nature of modern conflict." But online, the biggest reaction hasn't just been about the game itself, it's been about the images of National Guard members casually interacting with an anti-Trump protest piece, just steps away from heavily secured federal buildings in the nation's capital. And now, those images are spreading everywhere.